This episode of Listen to Player 2 is rated D for de-extinction, I guess. Welcome to Listen to Player 2. It's a video game review show. Because sometimes you just need a second opinion when those professional reviews of games are letting you down. My name is JoJo, and I will be your player one.
My name is Jeff, and I will be your player one.
And my name is Kim, and I will be your player one.
Kind of breathy on that. I didn't
what?
Really mean to do. I was kind of breathy on that.
You were kind of breathy. Do you want to come at it?
No,
again?
it's fine.
No, I liked it.
You like it?
Was it
That's
good?
Weird.
That was good.
Hi, my name is Jeff. I'm here to talk about games with you. That's good audio. I have a question for you guys. It's an important one. Do you feel that it has become a good time for supervillains to finally break out onto the scene? Is it time?
What scene are we talking about?
Earth, real life. I mean,
They're
outside
already
of the
here.
MCU.
What are you talking about?
No. We have villains, but they're not super.
What makes a villain super?
Special powers.
Okay, so powers are what make a villain super.
Yeah, and not like political powers
Or like money, or you're talking about actual.
Shit. I mean powers.
Like flying.
There's something fundamentally this person can do that sets them apart, and they've used it for evil.
Okay,
Right.
All right. So under these rules, Batman is not a superhero.
Batman is not a superhero.
No.
No.
Generational wealth does not make you a hero.
Yeah, he is a villain. Yeah. No, I think about it a lot.
That's right. We've just become every comic book podcast.
Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah. So anyway, yes, sure. Let's get some real supervillains
Let's get some
in
real
here.
supervillains.
I would like to see the supervillains attack just the regular everyday villains.
Don't worry, because it's coming. Because this is the day that I tell you about this website that I have found that I still can't convince myself that it is not a bit that one of us thought of. Have you guys heard of Colossal?
No.
The movie?
No.
Oh.
Wait. The movie?
No.
Okay.
And again, we just checked if there was lag.
So wait, Colossal, what is it? Because I'm trying to Google it so I can find out.
Okay, this is what I'm on their website right now, and I'm just gonna say this: their website looks like a cyberpunk RPG book that's describing a villain.
So are we saying Colossal Cave Adventure, Colossal Titan?
Colossal Laboratories and Bioscience.
Oh, it's a real thing.
The science of genetics, the business of discovery. Here's some shit that's on their website, and I'm gonna just start picking things at random to point at, because at any random
the
page.
The De-Extinction Project? What?
Okay, wait a minute. I want it to be described to me. I'm not like Kim, who's cheating and
don't
looking
cheat.
at it herself.
All right, so do you remember a little 1994 film called Jurassic Park?
Is that the one with? Okay, there was a movie with a monkey.
That was the sequel to Jurassic Park, known as Congo.
Okay, Congo is what I always assumed that was. Yes, they reused a lot of the assets from Jurassic Park.
They reused a lot of the assets, including the gorilla.
Just lazy developers. I am aware of Jurassic Park. Yes.
Okay, so in Jurassic Park, there was a company called InGen, and InGen, the premise of that company was they had figured out a way to clone dead animals, and they used it on dinosaurs. And
right.
Jeff Goldblum famously said, Dr. Ian Malcolm, who played Jeff Goldblum, said, "You guys kept trying to figure out if you could. You never stopped to think if you should."
I mean, fucking great, Jeff Goldblum, by the way. I mean,
I know.
But there was an aspect to that movie where they were making the dinosaurs look like what we wanted them to look like.
That's right.
They covered that at some point, right?
That was in Jurassic World.
where they tried to be like, oh, we're not going to make them real.
By the way, we know velociraptors are fucking whack, but
yeah. In real life, they're like the size of chickens and they have feathers. They're basically chickens.
And it's not a fun amusement park, So,
but you remember that, right? That movie.
And
the lesson there was, hey, listen, if you're going to be tangling with really advanced science, you should know that hubris probably shouldn't go along with it, and ethical progress is very important. And then
it's about the sowing, and they didn't consider what comes after the sowing, which is
the wearing.
I was going to say the reaping
and the reaping. Yeah, either one of those.
So you hear that and you're like, oh, this is a good lesson. But George Church and Bed Lamb said, that's fucking stinking thinking. Hold my beer.
Okay, George Church and Bed Lamb, are these two people I'm assuming are associated with
the company Colossal? They are the founders. And George Church looks like Dr. John Hammond.
Their names already come across as characters written for a movie that is just ripping off Jurassic Park.
Holy guacamole. Jeff, I know that you don't want to ruin this for yourself.
Okay, I'm going to go to it. Hold on.
Go to colossal.com and scroll down to George Church, PhD.
Whoa.
Lamb founder.
This website looks like it was created for a Marvel movie. What's going on?
Well, no, this is definitely Squarespace.
There's more to it than that. So they are...
Is this... Wait
a second.
Okay.
No. Oh, I know we're all talking at the same time.
Listen. What did I say would happen? You guys were going to think this was a bit.
Okay, I know, but I need the talking stick just for a second.
Okay, go.
The floor recognizes Kimberly.
Bates, the actress Bates. What's her name? Catherine Bates?
Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates. Scroll down just beyond where they show...
It looks like Altachero. Is that who you're looking at? It looks kind of like Kathy Bates.
Altachero, the lawyer who I feel bad for in this situation because I'm sure they're getting sued all the time.
Mm-hmm. Are we sure this isn't like an ARG for something?
No, this is real.
Okay.
This company's entire function is to, quote, de-extinct animals. Basically, they want to bring animals back.
We're back, a dinosaur story.
Yeah,
is the movie.
But now, I want you to keep that in mind because here's literally the first fucking paragraph of their website. Combining the science of genetics with the business of discovery, we endeavor to jumpstart nature's ancestral heartbeat. To see the woolly mammoth thunder upon the tundra once again. Can I stop you right there, colossal.com? You just said you wanted to, save the planet, and woolly mammoths did not die by human hands.
No.
So why are you starting there?
There are arguments that woolly mammoths could have lived at the same time as humans, but they were not afraid of humans, and we did kill them, instantly.
Well,
I think I'm more suspicious of the tundra. Because that thing's going way faster than we're going to be able to get mammoths back.
I'm just curious as to why bring it back to woolly mammoth. All right, why don't we just make more of the shit that we're losing right now, regular elephants?
Not because Jeff, for the same reason they had to make them when they 3D printed the Velociraptor, they made it fucking badass because it doesn't make for good ad copy.
Well, because you had mods to it. That's why you get the DLC. You want to add mods.
Here's the description of the bringing back the woolly mammoth, which I gotta get through because it's fucking incredible. In the minds of many, this creature's gone forever, and well, it should be. But not in the minds of our scientists who just point the middle finger directly into the face of God, nor the labs of our company, the profane engines of our power. We're already I'm editorializing only slightly. We are already in the process of the de-extinction of the woolly mammoth, which sounds threatening.
Yeah.
Our teams have collected viable DNA samples from what? And are editing the genes that will allow this wonderful megafauna to once again thunder through the Arctic.
We're going to devastate Chicago, and guess what? That's Mammoth Land. That's the next step.
This is where Mammoths is from.
What was it called when you give the land back to the ones that originally owned it?
It's not reparations, but something similar. Is this reparations for woolly mammoths?
Basically, we got to give it all back, man. Sorry, Detroit.
I found a quote that's kind of concerning. I know you're talking about the mammoths. I was looking at the company page, and again, this website, it's so busy. It looks like when you're when you play Prey or when you play Mass Effect, and you pick up a tablet and it gives you Space Magazine, and it shows you a PDF of what they think journalism is in the future. It's what this is. Yeah, there's this quote from Letitia Garriott de Caillou. I don't know, Danielle. It's spelled Cayeux. How is that pronounced? Caillou? Caillou? Yeah, it's French.
Yeah, that's the kids' show. Go on.
Caillou?
Yeah, Caillou.
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 Like the bald kid that listens to his mom?
Oh, his name's Caillou. I never heard his name said out loud. Caillou?
Caillou.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that he's a piece of shit.
He's a real piece of shit.
Sounds like someone I know.
You barely know him. You're not allowed to call him a piece of shit anymore. You don't know. He's still a piece of shit.
In 2014, I asked my friend Elon Musk who he knew.
Stop it.
Thank you for that name drop. I'm glad Elon got his sticky little fingerprints all over this one too.
I asked my friend Elon Musk who he knew who was poised to make profound changes in the field of genomics. Is that what it is?
Genomics. It was the same thing they used to make liquid and solid state.
Yeah, in the field of genomics. And he said, George Church, known sane person.
Elon Musk decided to put this dude in touch with George Church, a guy who, let's be honest, sounds like the pseudonym of a villain for Batman.
Yeah. I'm also going to put in chat, which no one else can see, probably the man with the scariest smile that I've ever seen in my entire life. It's on the same page if you want to see it for yourself.
Yeah, let me get a taste of that. Oh no, that guy is gonna fucking kill Superman.
Why did they put it in black and white, but then they whitened his teeth?
Yeah, it looks like he has mandibles which will shoot out of his mouth and grab you like an alien.
It looks like he's wearing fake teeth on top of real teeth. And those are going to fall out of his mouth at any moment. Also, it kind of looks like he's holding a knife that he is like...
You can't see it. You can't see it,
but
you guys can't see it. Well, all you have to know is that the founder is wearing a corduroy blazer and the science man next to him is wearing a leather jacket. So this is a perfect synergy between bad decision making amongst older men.
So,
we are the De-Extinction Company. We accept the challenge on behalf of humanity, the animal kingdom, and the universe at large. They have a 3-part plan on one of their secret pages that shows like their process. So the first is going to like bring back the woolly mammoth, and the second page just shows a bunch of burnt out buildings. And the third page shows like a sky laser.
I put one more photo in there of somebody who it looks like they may have already brought back from de-extinction. I'm not too sure what might be wrong with this woman.
Oh, God. It looks like AI failed this woman.
Here's a distinction. This is so when you think about like, and I brought up Jurassic Park because it was.
Wait, I'm sorry. Joe, are you looking at this picture? Her neck is so long and it just goes straight into a clavicle and nothing else.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of skunk works R&D on giraffes. So the whole point about Jurassic Park was basically like, you can't really control nature and treating it like that is dangerous. Here is a direct quote. Extinction, as it pertains to biology, is defined as the dying out or extermination of a species. This can be caused by a number of factors such as natural disasters, planetary shifts, movements of the sun and stars.
That doesn't happen too often.
Human causation or evolution itself.
So wait, they're saying the natural ebb and flow of the universe, like and just existence?
Yeah.
A butterfly on Mars flaps its wings and elephants die, Jeff.
Every elephant
Is that
dies.
fair? No. That's why we're going to make these elephants able to murder butterflies en masse when we bring them back.
Beth Shapiro, future person to kill the Flash, says, I've dedicated my career to advancing scientific discovery for future generations. But mainly for myself. I'm trying to crack immortality in here. Not only for human beings, but for all species that inhabit our planet. Colossal represents the intersection of cutting-edge science and entrepreneurial discovery that I'm sure ends well. I'm excited to be part of Colossal's mission and vision for de-extinction and species preservation. They want to... So they're bringing back the woolly mammoth. And I can't find it, but there is a thing they have on their website that says... We have this technology. We have the expertise. We will have woolly mammoths. It's like, whoa.
It sounds like they're trying to like beat a dare. Like it sounds like the intent behind all their words sounds like someone's like, you can't bring back a woolly mammoth. And that just rubs somebody the wrong way.
The other thing that they're doing, and this one is interesting because, Christopher Hemsworth got his fucking Thor arms all over it, is the bringing back of the Tasmanian tiger.
Mm-hmm.
which is a large apex predator that was in Australia. It was made extinct in the 20th century.
Oh yeah, because it was like dangerous and they wanted to live there. Yeah.
Yeah, and so and that had ecological problems, obviously. But the thing that they make sure to point out about the Tasmanian tiger is that it was an apex predator and had 46 teeth. They make it very clear they know exactly how many teeth it has because that's their measurement of success. So they're gonna bring back the Tasmanian tiger. And
where the fuck that guy gonna live?
I guess daddy's home. I guess is my answer to you. That's what they're going to do.
It's going to be everywhere.
Because
looking at this photo, it's like a photo of like somewhere like in New York or someplace where they poster like a wall someplace with just a big advertisement. The quote for the quote for this company is, quote, "Earth deserves a do-over." That's a little ominous.
So listen, that's the thing that's the thing that Liquid Snake says right when he's like shot you. And he's like walking away as you're bleeding out and you're waiting for like your nanomachines to fucking kick in or whatever the fuck. Like this whole thing is bonkers to me. And now I'm going to just like say the thing that I think is most interesting is they do have a careers page.
Okay, what's yeah. Okay, look, I know we've talked some shit on them, but I'm down for a career change.
Here's what it says. Here's what it says on their careers page. And like if you thought the main website was a tour de force, the careers page, fucking hold on to your asses because they're about to get blown away. The first big thing it says here is we are looking for time explorers.
And they're talking about not just like the way that we're progressing through time.
I think literally they mean people to dip into the timeline like Looper. Colossal is accepting humanity's duty to restore Earth to a healthier state while also solving for the future economies and biological necessities of the human condition through cutting-edge science and technology. It was rated in 2023, which is still going on, one of the best places to work.
We're only 2.5 months into the year.
Built in sounds like the Screen Rant.
Yeah, it looks like the LinkedIn, but it's not LinkedIn. It's built in. Yeah, also, it was a great place to work. Certified February, which was last month, 2023, to February of next year. That's one hell of a called shot, don't you think? They need a lot of human resources.
You'll be surprised to find out that a lot of their investors have some connections to NFTs. I don't know if that's relevant. But
it might be, it might not be.
Also, a lot of them tend to also be sponsoring esports. So also might be relevant, might not be relevant, not entirely sure.
This is the part that I really love about this whole thing. And again, like if you click on any one of their job fucking whatevers, it brings up quite possibly the cheapest looking page you could imagine. Like, compared to everything else we've seen, this is sad.
Which page are you looking at?
Basically, I'm just clicking on like the actual open job postings. I'm gonna click open project manager science/bioengineering because that one is pretty good.
I think we all have experience enough to apply for that. I mean,
it's on site in Dallas with an expectation of traveling. So you got to be in Dallas. That's where, and if you remember, that's where Dr. Alan Grant was finding Velociraptor.
I thought that was Montana.
Whatever. So,
fucking idiot.
Yeah. Here's what it says here. The project manager of science and bioengineering, required skills, service leadership, strive to serve others, emotional intelligence. Okay.
Adamantium skeleton, communication and collaboration skills, strategic thinking.
Yeah. Organizational skill.
Okay. This is what's on every resume I get off Indeed.
Do you see what I mean? Like this is every job. I've seen janitorial jobs that asked for these exact same things.
Yeah, people's person.
Must be proficient with Microsoft Office and Google.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's too much.
That's a lot.
And Google?
And Google?
And Google. What Colossal offers you might be wondering.
Well, a stake in humanity's future, obviously.
A stake in humanity's future, but...
And also a harem. I'm assuming a harem once we remake the Earth.
Medical, dental, and vision coverage.
Oh, that's great.
Which I think is covered by their quote unquote cloning power. Unlimited paid time off and company holidays so you can rest and recharge.
Well, that sounds nice.
This next line is going to blow you the fuck away because it's going to seem to be in opposition to a previous line. Paid parental leave up to 12 weeks. But I have unlimited paid time off.
Yeah.
How do you square that circle?
Well, it's a bucket. We don't want to use that bucket if we don't want to for your stupid spawn. You know, we use the bucket for paid parental leave.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you got to take from different buckets.
Take it from different buckets.
Okay,
one of those is required by the state, and one of those is them just being the greatest company in the world.
That makes sense because the next thing they do say is educational reimbursement, which. And if I'm just going to throw this out there in terms of what they think your priorities are, the last thing is an opportunity to help return Earth to a healthier state.
I'm just curious if it's specific about the education reimbursement. What if I want to learn to get better at playing Mercy at Overwatch 2? Is that considered education?
Well, they do say that they are committed to a colorful, passionate, intelligent, collaborative, creative, experienced, scientific, and world-class team. So...
Sounds like Overwatch.
That
sounds like Overwatch. I feel like
actually, you know what, guys? I hate to say it. This does sound like a description of the characters in Overwatch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this might be where Winston worked in Overwatch.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot to fit in with one building, but that building is the Overwatch tower.
Yeah, and it is under attack by Reaper and the other crew.
We have got to get that second game out and fight these guys.
Here's my problem with Colossal is that they're like, if you go to the very bottom, you see like their title logo. It's like Colossal trademark, a dawn of new genetics. I hate it when they make the word all lowercase because it's all like chic. I hate that. Don't do that. Just use capital letters, man. It's okay. They have an Instagram. I don't know if you know that or not.
They have an Instagram. They do have some kind of very weird pictures of Tasmanian tigers in embryo.
Yeah, that is strange. Why are those mammals are in embryo? Like they've gotten further with the Tasmanian tigers than anywhere else.
They lead you to believe that it's like they got them.
Oh yeah, they're growing them right now. This is what they look like in embryo.
Come face us, Justice League. We got them. These things are very tall and are 24 miles per hour fast.
At what point do they, in this process, when they're bringing them back, I'm assuming they make them super smart, these animals are trying to bring back. I'm assuming they will
so Jeff,
bestow upon them the gift of speech.
This is the part that's going to fucking blow you away.
Mm-hmm.
They are not trying to make them super smart.
Okay.
But Andrew Pask, PhD, or as I like to call him, Tasmanian Tiger Man.
Yeah.
He's a little bit on loose cannon. He's going to push the science just a little bit too far. And make a Tasmanian tiger who is super smart. And that Tasmanian tiger and him will take over Australia.
They're starting to soften. Like they start out, they're like, we will have the woolly mammoth. But now it says in the woolly mammoth, it says the project will be resurrecting the woolly mammoth, or more specifically, a cold-resistant elephant with all the core biological traits of the woolly mammoth. So this is basically like when you want Stretch Armstrong and your mom says, you've got wacky Polly Willy at home.
Yeah, they need to be sort of careful with what they say, because if they say, we're going to bring back the woolly mammoth.
I think I believe them.
Like, the woolly mammoth does not have rocket launchers. This does, but the woolly mammoth doesn't. And it's like, well, the rocket launchers keep it warm.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck.
It will walk like a woolly mammoth, look like a woolly mammoth, sound like it. But most importantly, it will be able to inhabit the same ecosystem. That's the most important part. But the ecosystem that the woolly mammoth inhabited is significantly smaller and losing and leaving at like a rapid pace.
But don't worry, Kim, because the thing that they're going to give this woolly mammoth to survive is the ability to launch an ICBM without the use of chemical propellant.
Jeff, stop dropping these terrifying photos of people in the chat. There's an astronaut on here.
There's an astronaut with like a chain necklace on. Are you seeing what he's wearing?
Have you seen Avenue 5? The astronaut, the fifth astronaut to go to Mars with the little ponytail? That's that guy.
If you look at the pages where they show you like the staff, like if you go to company page and you scroll down, because also just so you know, these pages scroll down for ages.
Yeah, they go pretty far.
They go really far, but you get to these spots where it's like,
Jeff, it's fair to say they go a little too far.
They go a little too far. But you go through spots and it's just like, okay, content. And then they'll just throw in like 6 or 7 people who I guess work there.
Yeah.
And every photo is different. It's like they gave them all the opportunity to just upload whatever they wanted because some of
these have a Getty logo on them. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I think some of these may be AI generated. Some of these may be drawn from other places. I think Sven Bocklund, PhD, I think he's a villain in this bird movie I saw recently.
Wait. I have some tremendous news for you.
Yes, Kimberly.
That chain-wearing astronaut,
Yeah.
he's a private astronaut, game developer, entrepreneur.
Richard. Well, I'm aware of Richard Garriott. Joe, you know Richard Garriott.
I feel like
he's not an astronaut. He's a guy who has enough money to be shot into
to go to space. Yeah, that's Richard Garriott. He's like a game developer, I'm pretty sure. And then he's like, I want to go to space.
Yeah.
And he made it happen.
So he's really just a gentleman who has enough money to afford to be taken picture wearing most of a spacesuit next to a flag.
And he's the son of an actual NASA astronaut.
Dad, look at me.
Probably really disappointed in him, except that he died like 5 years ago.
Do you love me now, Dad?
Yeah.
And the answer is, of course, no.
Oh, and he died in Huntsville.
Oh, that's really close
well, that
to
changes everything. There's people in here I think I know. Like that. There's a guy. Okay, there's a guy in here. There's a very Steve Jobs looking guy in here, and it's just I'm gonna put it in chat. Just a very normal black and white photo, looking straight ahead. But for some reason for his photo, he wanted to make sure that he left his fucking earlobe ring in. It's the one.
That's not a normal place for an earlobe ring.
It's the only It's like I don't know the cartilage ring, but it's just the only thing there. It almost looks like a bug is trying to crawl out of his ear.
Okay.
So this is and this is just this. You know what? And I was sitting on this because I want to just tell you guys, hey, late market capitalism. They say it's dying, but guess what? These fuckers are gonna bring it back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was scrolling. All these people, they've got something behind their eyes.
I know. It's fear.
Yeah.
It's fear that they're gonna cry because it's like there are no more worlds to conquer. You know what I mean? They have beaten death itself.
And then you get down to the bottom of the page, and all the photos are like piss yellow and like Gatorade green for some reason because the page decided to gradient out.
Yeah, stop. If nobody could possibly still be scrolling.
Yeah, we don't care about all these people. Well, Tom, don't worry. Thomas Tull is a billionaire film producer and entrepreneur. Who is a former CEO of Legendary Entertainment.
Every one of these, when you read the descriptions of them, it's like, yeah, when you like the third boss is this guy, so we can theme the level like that. Like,
yeah.
Like you can, I swear to God, this website seems like a design document for like a Metal Gear game.
This seems like if you're bored in a video, you want to get platinum in that game, and you're going to go through all of the game lore. You're going to look at every computer screen in the game when you're playing. You're going to pick up every item and read all the text and dialogue. This is all of like the stuff that a team created to fill the world of the video game with lore and to flesh out the villainous company.
I do have a book that has this exact same design aesthetic. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate it.
It is a book about a horrible cyberpunk future.
They have an entire page that just says the world needs to be healed.
Yeah, that's really good.
What's the company?
That's really good. That makes me feel very good.
What's the company? Aperture. This is Aperture, basically.
You know what? Aperture, we've heard. Holly was thinking it seems a lot like Umbrella.
Yeah, because of the bio stuff, a little umbrella.
Yeah,
and they keep they have these like animated GIFs at various points of just like,
this is what you would see on a fake website in a video game.
Yeah, like of just like cells, but it's not. It's just like a visualization from Winamp playing for some reason. Like I don't quite understand what it's too much like Flash for being a real science company.
I know.
Switch flash in the pan.
That was good, Jeff.
Yeah, they've already raised more than $2 million.
That seems like just enough money to bring elephants.
The first millionaire in New York was named Pember, and there's a Pember Museum in Granville, New York. And I've told you guys about this. It has dodo bird eggs and passenger pigeon eggs that he collected from and he murdered everything and then stuffed it and put it in a museum. And I'm wondering, couldn't they just go and use the DNA in those eggs? It's not that old. He was the first millionaire in New York 150 years ago.
And you know what, Kim? I guarantee that a Black Ops team has already shown up to that guy's estate, killed everyone inside, and taken the eggs.
It's a public library.
Well, I mean, like, then it wasn't very hard, was it?
No, it wasn't. They just walked right upstairs.
Okay, maybe a dumb question. Has anyone thought about sitting on the eggs?
You know what? It is pretty cold in New York. I bet they hadn't even
They
considered
probably
it.
need to be sat on.
That might just be the easiest way to bring back the dodos.
Yeah.
But Jeff, you didn't stop to think if you should.
Yeah, should you? Could you?
true.
Yes. Should you?
I could. You know what?
You were so busy trying to slap it on a plastic lunchbox.
Whenever I question my my agency, I always think, you know what? I could be sitting on some eggs right now if I wanted.
Yeah.
Bring back the dodos.
So this is a video game review show where we use the power of other gamers to recommend games to you to get us back to our core competency. Because we spent a good chunk of time talking about Colossal.
Yeah, that was like half an hour.
I know, I loved it. Jeff, I have the reviews in there, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about this game of ours. As the crow flies, this game is Wolong Fallen Dynasty.
Oh, it's a new game.
I know it is a new game. It came out on the bright and sunny March 3rd of 2023, and this the year of our Lord. So that's about a week and a half ago, as we're recording this. It is an action role-playing game. Similar.
All games are action role-playing games these days.
Well, this one is kind of like the comparisons are made. It's like if you mashed up Dark Souls with, I mean, that's actually the start of every mashup. It's like Dark Souls with Dynasty Warriors, where it's like Chinese mythology and you're fighting monsters in Chinese mythology. And that's the logic of it. That's what it is. It is available for every major modern console, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. It is on the Xbox Game Pass. It is also on Windows and Steam. I'm just going to say it here. A little bit divisive.
I've heard that.
In the descriptions of it. And in fact, at present, Wolong is sitting at the scant 81% Metascore. But if you look at user reviews, it is legitimately split 36 positive, 36 negative, 9 mixed, which means it is art.
That's where
no one can agree if it's good or not.
That's why we canvass, folks. That's why we canvass in the political season. Is for those mixed reviews.
Yeah, we got to get those mixed reviewers off the fence. That's why every video game releases in fucking New Hampshire first.
That was the smartest joke
Thank
you've
you.
ever made. Good job.
The game is $59.99 actually, so it's a little bit cheaper.
Oh wow,
$10. I could do a lot with that $10.
You could do a lot with that $10. I guess DLC. Yeah, Wolong. It seems like it's historical fantasy action role playing. What's not to like or like? I don't know. That's why the show's here. That's why Jeff, I put the reviews in there.
Oh yeah,
for you to look at.
I'm looking at them.
That Kim and I can use to decide whether or not this game is worth getting.
I'm seeing a lot of Xbox user.
Yeah, so let me tell you.
I haven't read an Xbox reviewer do anything except for tell me what Mountain Dew tastes like.
Let me tell you guys this. I did. Steam was very much like, it was sort of a drier well than I was used to. So I was like, does Xbox have reviews, like user reviews? And they do. And to get them is a little bit of a challenge. Like they kind of like don't want you having easy access to them. But trust me, it is just as rowdy as Steam. It's pretty great in there.
They're gamers that sit on their couches instead of at their computer desks. So yeah, they're worse.
Pretty rowdy.
Yeah, rowdy. Sitting at a computer desk elevates you. As a
really?
person.
I think it hurts your back. It makes you more grumpy.
Shut the fuck up, Kim.
Fair.
Yeah, Jeff, you try and stand up and say that. Oh, you can't. You're spine.
I can't. No, I'm hunched over like a goddamn gremlin saying that. All right, you want some reviews?
Yeah.
I'd like to. I don't really understand. You explained the game to me in words, but I don't get it.
Yeah, so let's hope the reviews can clear that up.
Kim, you remember Bloodborne?
I do remember Bloodborne.
Imagine, not exactly. Imagine kind of like Bloodborne, but with like Chinese mythology instead of cool gothic stuff.
I smell racism, but go on.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You are in Alabama.
No, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's all around you. They call something from inside your house. Some of this first one is super long. I don't.
Yeah,
know
you don't have to. You can dip in and out of that one.
Yeah, that one's.
You just like that
paragraphs.
one's like a journal.
All right. Abridged version from Steam user PSOND. It's like PS1. Kind of PS-OND. All right. Imagine being okay. First of all, this one's going to take some mental exercises.
Mental fortitude on this one.
So first of all, I need you both to imagine being handed a red apple for free from a merchant.
Wait. There it is.
Okay, I'm there. I can imagine now.
Well, actually, this makes me raise another question because that's the thing that's been going around on Twitter is like, can you both visualize things in your mind, like clear imagery of a thing that you see physically in front of you? If you were to close your eyes, can you see an apple the way that it exists when you look at it with your eyeballs?
Not really, but kind of, I guess.
I can't even. Hey, Jeff, have you ever heard of the desert of the real? You can't even see what it really looks like when your eyes are open. That was the theme of the Matrix.
I mean, I could imagine that I could see an apple.
I'm just saying that there's people who can't visualize things at all. I'm just curious where you guys stood on that.
I think I can visualize. I think I can visualize it. I know it doesn't look exactly the same, but I feel like it's like you're up to the ability of the artistic ability of. So like I close my eyes, I imagine an apple. Like I am kind of drawing it.
Are you gonna have an existential crisis in a second?
No.
I think I can. I think I know what an apple is.
I close my eyes and then I turn around again.
Yeah.
How about the Steam review?
Yeah. Imagine being handed a red apple for free from a merchant to try their product.
Not the apple. What are they at? What are we trying? Go on. I guess it's the next line. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited because this apple I got. It's so sweet and juicy.
Yeah, but don't worry. They're trying to lure you in to try, I guess, either another red apple or possibly an unrelated product. You throw it in their face and say, there's no need, and you'll buy a full pack of apples. So I assumedly you don't need...
So I've been so insulted by their generosity that I'm like, hey, fuck you.
I don't need this. I'm going to buy everything without...
Here's too many apples.
Yeah, you're walking through Costco, right? And they hand you they got the samples. They hand you, I don't know, a little piece of meat on a toothpick.
And I say, fuck you. Give me the whole cow.
And therefore you are kicked out of Costco again. Several hours later, you come back and yell at the merchant because their apples aren't quite as fresh as you expected, and they aren't orange.
This is still a review for a video game.
Yeah. It's a thought experiment too, apparently. The merchant looks at you confused while still nursing a broken nose from the sample apple because said apple is exactly like the ones that were sold. Okay, do we need to kind of just get to where we're all on the same page with what's happening?
Kim and I got handed an apple.
Okay, and I was like, fuck you, I don't want this apple.
And
I don't need
And not only did we not want it, we used it as a weapon and then bought like a lot of apples.
Like it's insult to injury in a way. It's like, but he needs the money for his family.
And then like we didn't like the apples, and also I guess we wanted oranges.
Despite the fact that we were given the opportunity to sample what we were buying, but we said no. So there's a lesson here somewhere, but there's a little bit more.
Yeah. And then, and then we went back and complained.
Yeah.
We blamed them for that thing we did.
The merchant looks at you confused while still nursing a broken nose from a sample apple because said apple is exactly like the ones that were sold.
Hard and round.
Imagine what a terrible person you'd be for doing that. Welcome to the review section of Woe Long. So this is a review of the review section.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
So it's a criticism of everyone's criticism.
Kind of stepping into our fucking lane a little bit.
Okay. Wow. So
our lane that has yet to been released to the world.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So there should be a lot of room in our lane, Jeff. Why is this person stepping in it?
Yeah. There's a lot of lanes out there.
So they're upset. I mean, you can read into this also that they probably are happier with the game than I guess other people are.
Not only are they happy with the game, they are so happy with the game that they have decided to express their happiness by making me visualize how much of a piece of shit I am.
And also apples. They've made me visualize
Everyone
apples.
Understands apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the red round things you throw.
Sometimes they're green, and occasionally they're kind of like a honey color.
I feel like you could get one that looks orangish.
Are there blue apples?
Well, you know they have the corn on the cob that's like all the different colors. Can we do that with every other fruit? Well, corn's not a fruit.
They have purple. Yeah. They have purple apples.
They do?
They do.
No, and Cam, are you serious? You don't mean like the apple that killed Snow White?
Blue Pierman apples.
No fucking way. Really?
Well, I mean, their skin, it's not that different to have a purple apple versus a red apple, Joe.
That's probably true, actually. Oh, wow. That's cool. Yeah, I want one of those. I was at the store the other day, and they had this pineapple that was pink in the inside. I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're like pink glows. So it's like a pineapple, but you cut it open and it's pink. This fucking thing was $20 goddamn, guys.
Yeah,
so,
pink glow. No, thank you.
Really,
it looks like meat. That looks like ham.
What this user really is doing is making me want an apple right now.
God,
if
I want an
anything.
apple.
I really wouldn't mind an apple
Was
right
their
now.
goal to make me buy this game or get fruit?
Yeah.
Steam user Apple Market. Oh no. Okay.
And you know what's? And here's you know what? You want to know what the biggest?
Oh no,
irony is?
Washington Macintosh.
This game, it's not on Apple. If you have an Apple, there's no way you could play this thing. It's the one thing, but that's all I'm thinking about is apples.
Just apples. I'm just thinking of apples.
When was the last time y'all had an apple?
Like just a straight up apple.
Yeah,
Just a straight up apple.
just like straight up, no filter.
Ago, maybe?
Yeah, I like with the last couple of weeks. I'll sometimes get one when I go to my lunch across the street. It's like there's a Safeway across the street, so sometimes I'll get like an apple.
You just fuck with an apple for a while.
I'll just fuck with an apple. I'm just like, you know what? Making good decisions today. I'm gonna have an apple, and I'm gonna have some of this this jerky that's not made of meat.
I usually get whatever's left over. I cut Pip up some apples, and whatever he doesn't eat, I get to eat.
It's just a lot of core. The part that has seeds and cyanide in it.
Like, can they make an apple with no core? Just make it so I can eat the whole thing.
You can eat the whole thing. Why don't you just eat the whole thing?
I don't want to eat the core, Kim. I'm
Why not?
not a monster. I'm not
That's
some
where
sort of.
that's where the
But
seeds are. The seeds got cyanide in them.
Yeah, you eat the tail.
You do.
No,
eat the tail.
you eat the tail.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I also eat the core.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
I mean,
All
not
right.
all the time, but like if you're going for that little extra bit of fiber, eat the tail, man, or the core, or
It's
the
all
tail.
the same. Or the ass.
Or the ass.
All right.
This is a
Little
good
bit of
game.
fiber.
Sounds like. What else we got, Jeff?
All right. So there's a couple in a row. I'm assuming you put these in sequence for a reason. So I'm gonna read them in
That was just the
sequence.
order I found them.
Okay, well, it's funny because they all are related to one another. Xbox user the Ripper07, who's transported from the past, from the year 2001, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Jiggle physics. Need I say more? No, sir, you do not need to say
They don't
more.
say more, which is great. So jiggle
Yeah.
physics. Jiggle physics. We all know.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
Is he saying that it's good jiggle physics or that it lacks jizzle physics?
That's the question.
Jizzle.
That's jizzle physics. That's what we have, Kim. We have the jizzle physics because of the jiggle physics.
can I
dear.
just say that like I know what jiggle physics are because I'm a fucking hardcore gamer.
Yeah, I've had sex so many
But for
times.
everyone's little brother who's listening to this podcast, what is that? Please.
Yeah. Jiggle. Kim, do you know about jiggle physics?
Yeah,
Tell us about them.
so the physics of the jiggle is when they put enough effort into a game to account for specifically. Now, this doesn't speak to everything. It's not like when you're running and like your little muffin tops shaking or your thighs are moving. This is boob physics. Really, it's just about the boobs bouncing up and down in a way that that the person lands and the boobs land slightly after. Like it's gravity.
Right.
It's gravity doing its radical stuff.
But here's the thing is now getting up in the years, I'm realizing that boobs aren't the only things that jiggle. I've got all kinds of shit that jiggles all the time. Why does it?
Well, that's why I said like the sides of my thighs jump up and down when I run. Like it's nasty.
The human body is like a jello. It's like jello.
Yeah, it really is. And the skin gets thinner and thinner.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's marshmallows in it for special occasions.
And it's mostly composed of horse hoof.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that means that's a good game then. Because it's definitely like...
You say, so the first one, the Ripper07, jiggle physics need I say more, and then they didn't say more, but someone else did. Dread Tester 5559 says, I see, and there's 3 E's. I'm assuming I see boob physics review. I'm intrigued. So now there's a relationship. Now we've got sort of a shared universe between
now
these
we
two
know
people.
that like someone said, hey, there's jiggle physics. And then someone else says, jiggle physics, you say?
Tell me
Very well.
more.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. You know that there are people who probably were swayed to buy certain games because they did learn that there were jiggle physics in it.
The 2 other people on this podcast, other than me, what's in your heart right now after reading that? Do you want to check this game out?
Slightly more. I didn't know there was going to be boobs in it.
I kind of am curious about because, and here's the thing: is as a lifelong gamer, as a gamer, guys, I'm a huge gamer. I know that not all jiggle physics are created equal, so I like to treat
every pair are special in their own way, Jeff.
They're all special in their own ways, but it's like it's like when you want to go to you get like a flight, you get a flight of beers or a flight of something that you like to taste and try.
A flight of what, Jeff? A flight of
A flight of
breasts
jiggle
and thighs
physics. I
and
need
muffin
to.
tops. What are you talking about?
I want to see where they rank. Are we talking dead or alive, extreme level of jiggle physics? Are we talking more subtle jiggle physics? There's an art to it.
Yeah, really, are you saying, are these just good graphics, or is there a bit of like thirsty
Is there someone,
gameplay?
is this like, I'm not going to make boobs as they are, but as how they feel? You know what I'm saying? Shit.
No.
I only know what boobs are supposed to be like in my heart. I can picture an apple in my head,
Close
and I
your
can picture
eyes.
boobs jiggling.
Close your eyes. Visualize that you drank a little too much last night and you have to run today, and you can feel that with every step, your belly is maybe an inch or two behind you. You don't know how that happens, but it does.
Yeah.
That's in the game.
Yeah. Curious. I want to know what these physics are like.
I
So
gotta see
I'm
these
looking at these. I'm looking at these women that I suspect are involved in the boob physics, and I wouldn't mind it.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
you and Dread Tester, and then we finally actually it rounds itself out, much like a trilogy of movies that comes to a perfect end. Following Dread Tester 5559, Xbox user Ashes of Hades says 10 out of 10 boob physics.
Ooh, that's a
10
pretty.
out of 10.
But
10 out
that's
of
a high
10.
very the
ranking.
lead. Yeah, because now I know it's just boobs.
It should have been 8 out of 8 because 8s kind of look like boobs.
Mm,
That was good, Jeff.
that was really good.
I'm really proud of you for doing that.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
there's
good
also this one, boobs and parrying every attack feels nice. From user it's Chippo.
So that's
but
good.
I
So
like-
the boobs are super important because it sounds like parrying is also important. You're going to be doing a lot in this game that's like Dark Souls, and there's boobs every time.
Every time you parry, the boobs do move. That is what's happening.
That's good. I like that.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Can I read a review?
Yeah,
Kim,
Kim. You know what?
I'll-
That's. Hang on, I gotta change their bylaws.
It is my only job, Kim, but sure, go ahead and
I just
Well,
feel
no,
like
you know what, Jeff? I was thinking about this. Let Kim read a review, then I can get it in the mix and whether or
All
not
right.
the game's worth playing.
Okay. Well, this is from Steam user It's F King Raw. Jeff, did you read this review?
He didn't.
It's up above. It is up above the boob physics. And this person says, and I can only assume that they're either British or insufferable. They write, "Blimey, where is the optimization? Question, 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 exclamation, 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 exclamation. Tons of people can't even launch the heart game," which I assume is the F word, but with the G missing.
Yeah.
It's not enough hearts. Anyway, it's like serving a plate of raw meat to the customers, period. Uncooked, period. Even my grandma with double hip replacement runs smoother than this game. Bloody hell.
Now I think
This person
and
likes
I
Doctor Who a lot.
No, I think this is a Gordon Ramsay impression.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because it's fucking raw. Is the thing.
I'm looking at a video of said boob physics right now.
We really now. How are the boob physics doing in terms? Are they optimized?
Look, I pride myself on optimization and everything that I do,
Yeah.
including boob physics. And I have to say, unfortunately, there's a bit of lag on these.
Now wait a minute. Now hang on. I feel that kind of is what you want
A little bit of lag.
with boobs.
But you want crisp. You want like a crisp image. I'm not seeing crisp imagery here.
Yeah, no, yeah, right, Kim. Yeah, you want to have we're past 1080p. We're now up to 4K,
Yeah, you
and I'm
want
not seeing
crisp,
4K.
You want round, smooth.
I think crisp and
I
round
think
are
I'm
two very
talking about
opposite
apples again.
things.
I'm being a
Oh,
million
God, yeah,
percent
no,
honest. I think I
that's-
slipped into apples.
Yeah, you mean Honeycrisp. I want those Honeycrisp boobs.
Yeah.
I want them Granny Smiths. You know what I'm saying? Oh, snap.
Oh no, they're
It's fine.
bruised. Gross. No, never mind.
One bad apple spoils a bunch, which I don't think it's important that I said that, but maybe it does. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't like.
guess now they've planted the seed of doubt, right? And we're all watching these videos, and it's like, yeah, this does look like Bloodborne, but vaguely Chinese, but the graphics are no better. And Bloodborne is like 15 years old.
Yeah, I'm looking at the video. There's like they make a character jump, and then the boob physics happen after the landing has occurred.
You
So
know
there's
what?
not-
I would
not a
hope
lot.
that's actually how. I mean, like, I hate to say it, but it's like boob physics in games are like. I'm sure someone had to go to college, but like they move at a different speed.
They're displaced. They're displaced in time. Time is a round circle. Time is an apple.
Time is an apple to them.
Oh,
how about another review?
All right.
One more. We can do one more.
We can do one more. Okay. Joe, is there one you wanted? Kim got to say one. Is there one you wanted to?
Is there a specific good one that you really liked?
Since I did get through this one, and I did pick them, I will pick one that I think is pretty good because reviews of games, they kind of fall into a relatively predictable pattern. It's this thing, or it's this thing, or it's nonsense. So we've seen the nonsense, and we've seen one of the this things, which is it's not very well optimized on PC. So that's probably not the best way to play it. There's boob physics in it. That's the one thing. Here's the third thing. The first boss in this game, I guess, is pretty tough. Here's one from Xbox user Life Toker.
Oh, God. I'm so glad you were reading this one. This is the one I wanted you to read.
This was a 1-star review. Having beaten this game, I can honestly say it was a waste of time.
How many hours long? Wait, how long is this game?
It's about 15 hours. About shorter.
Oh, he's not done yet. He's not done yet.
The first boss is the hardest, mainly because of the second phase. Some armor or skills will help a little. I think I just typed fast there. With the constant dodge/parry feeling. But at the end, this game can be beaten just by using excellent timing.
Oh, just by using perfect timing.
This is like when Mike says to me, the trick with Mario Kart is to get ahead of everybody else.
And you know what's great, Kim? That's actually bad advice if you want to win at Mario Kart. You need to be in second place until like about the end.
No, he always wins, and it's because he just stays ahead of everybody the whole time. That's how he wins.
To go back to Life Toker,
okay,
which is a joke on Life Taker. Did you guys see it?
No, I didn't. I thought it was Toker like to smoke,
like a smoke weed.
Replay is absolute trash.
Oh no!
As the 5-star items you do get are not much better than the 4-star variants. Thankfully, I didn't buy it.
Oh, wait, it's all a lie.
Wait.
Did his mom get it for him?
Well, no, it's on Game Pass.
But it's an Xbox user, so that's why they're all doing it.
So here's what I like about this one.
First, the spelling.
Well, that might be largely me, but this person's mad. One, that the first boss is too hard. And two, they're mad because they had the skill to do it.
Yeah.
How dare you use all the fingers on my hands?
That is really the part of this review that really baked my noodle. Because it was like, okay, so you're good at this game. You're like really good at it.
It's a heavy burden to be good at video games, Joe.
Heavy is the head that's good at games. That visualizes the apple.
Yeah, because it's full of apples. It's
got a lot of apples in there.
Yeah.
We love them. They're
heavy.
They're tasty.
What's the heaviest apple?
A big one.
Kim, that was almost like a joke on a popsicle stick. Let me type in heaviest apple.
Use that when you go and teach the kids at school.
1.849, or a 4-pound apple grown and picked by Chisato Iwasaki at his apple farm in Hirosakai City, Japan.
It's the largest apple ever on record.
It's only in 2005. We were all alive when this happened.
That's a big apple.
If you call that living.
How do we miss that? I mean, it was a few years after 9/11, so I mean, maybe we were busy.
Vermont had just gotten the internet. You can't blame me.
All right, so Kim's off the hook.
Okay, so this review though, this Life Toker, this review really strikes me as like one of those like, you date somebody and then you guys break up, but you guys dated for like a long time and suddenly you're like talking shit about them. But like that speaks poorly to you. You dated that person for a long time.
Well, they said they beat the game. And Joe, I know you said it takes 10 hours. Googling it, it says it takes 40 hours to beat the fucking game.
This is what I'm saying, right? If you suck at anything, it takes a long time.
Oh, well, so he's burdened with glorious purpose of being a great gamer. Therefore, he can't enjoy anything it just...
Skilled hands make for quick work.
But then he can't enjoy the simple things in life, like boob physics.
He can't... See? This is what I mean. There is an extreme where you are just so good, the game is nothing to you. And Life Toker has crested that horizon.
Much like Neo at the end of the Matrix.
Which, like all horizons, is boob-shaped.
Yeah.
And he has realized, or she has realized, I don't know why I did it that way, or they have realized.
hey, it's a tremendous piece of shit. It's probably a dude, man.
This person has realized, you know what? For all the skill I have, it doesn't change how mustard tastes.
You know what? It doesn't matter how quickly I beat Wo Long. My dad's not coming back.
But
she's dead, and that's it.
She's dead.
He's dead.
We buried him.
Yeah.
And he's been trying every day. He's mastered his craft because he's hoping that he's been looked down on by his father up in heaven, gamer heaven.
Gamer heaven, where I one day hope to go.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
well, if you're there, I don't want to really go.
It's a big place. I'm sure we can find other places to hang out.
It's just a bunch of all.
We'll go to boob physics heaven.
It's where all the arcades went after they were shut down. Is game heaven. You all could play DDR up in the clouds. Oh
no, that's good. You see, that's whenever a lightning storm happens. That's an angel getting pissed off. They missed one arrow.
Yeah.
In Paranoia 360 or whatever the fuck. That was a good narrow casting moment for anybody who was listening to this.
I hope you like DDR, nerds.
Yeah, I hope
nobody has ever listened to this, Joe.
Yeah,
they will. This is this one. One of the other ones we have is going to be the first salvo. That's right. I'm doing it.
All right.
Well, review. So, how do we feel about Wo Long? I mean,
I think you know what? I did install it. As I was reading these reviews, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, so it's sold.
Have you installed all the games have you installed all the games? Oh, you didn't install Harry Potter, but have you installed any of the other games?
Yeah, I have. Okay. I installed Atomic Heart. I haven't tried it yet, and I do have Wo Long. I was downloading it while we were talking about it.
How long did it take to download Wo Long?
About an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it took you 13. It'll take you 13 more download times to beat it in the time that it took that guy that was really good at games.
Yeah.
And then I, in my soul, will be empty.
Yeah.
And ready to be filled up with the boob physics of the future. So that's Wo Long. Catch it.
I honestly got to say, not super excited about this game.
Yeah.
Because so many people, I mean, I don't know. I can get boob physics at home, Joe.
I know you can get boob physics at home. And I think it's important to recognize that I don't think you come for the boob physics, which is the funniest shit I've said today.
If you like Bloodborne,
wait, no,
hang
on, Kim. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, you don't come for the boob physics, but so many people do. Am I right?
Yeah, a lot of them.
With the alley-oop. But anyway, yeah. So I want to try this first boss, honestly.
If it's the hardest boss.
I gotta see what it's all about.
I'm just worried that you're going to start empathizing with some of these reviewers.
No, that's impossible. I would never feel compelled to read a review. I would only feel compelled or write a review. I'd only feel compelled to read them. Or more importantly, have you read them.
This is some sort of dark path that you're starting on. You know, it's all fun and games right now, but you know, we're going to get to a day that you're hunched over your computer and you're one of these people. What happens then? We have to take you up back and shoot you.
Yeah, no, I'm planning on it.
Well, then, hey, listen, I'm coming right back then because of my good buddies at Colossal.
Oh yeah, they will. They'll de-extinct you.
Well,
do you remember? Hey, do you guys remember that was literally the same recording session that we talked about that? Because it seems like
that's its own episode.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I've
aged.
The dodo has come and gone since we started that conversation.
That's right.
Yeah, those eggs finally hatched.
Here's a twist for the ending. Where are you guys playing anything right now, other than Wo Long in the future, or are you watching anything cool?
Well, I've already been downloading it this entire time. So, yeah. Cam, I'll let you go first.
Are you seriously already downloading it?
No, I'm not downloading it. I don't have Xbox Game Pass.
No, I've been watching Perry Mason. I finished The Last of Us. That's a game thing.
That is
really?
A game thing.
You've been watching The Last of Us? You have not talked about it at all.
I'm keeping it to myself. I don't know. I'm a quiet person.
You know what, Kim? That makes you more powerful than like the internet.
Yeah.
Because I could keep shit to myself.
Well, no, you're one of the few people, because anyone who's watched Last of Us, I know right away because they tell me about it.
Yeah. Did you know it's based on a video game?
And I'm like, no, tell me all about it. And then it's a reverse sting because it's like, actually, I know everything about it. And you're busted.
It's weird knowing not everything about it, but it's weird having like full knowledge of a thing so intimately and other people don't. It's weird.
Well, this is like, I liked it in the way that I liked reading all of the Game of Thrones books. Throne books, and then watching the Games of Thrones TV show where it's like they're similar but different, and that actually makes it more enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
And so like I watch, because I didn't play a lot. I think we played a little bit. Maybe
They cut out, in the TV show, and I do know this to be true. They cut out a lot of the bullshit jumping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
which I know you like doing.
Yeah,
you do love jumping.
I do love the jump.
Jumping and rolling. But anyway, they,
very rarely was Joel just walking and jumping around just for no reason.
They walk, jump, 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 jump. It's faster than walking. Jump, 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 jump. So yeah, we would watch the episode, and then we would watch 2 separate reviews of the episode. Because one of the reviews that we always rely on this guy, he started getting really like spiritual about the episodes, like in a way that like not religious, just like in the symbolism. And at one point he said, and the clock symbolizes time. And we were like, I'm fucking done.
Somebody went to college. Ooh.
Boy.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he was like, and here's a clock again, which symbolizes time.
Yeah, clocks are, that's not, you know what's weird? That seems like it's right in a clock's wheelhouse.
Yeah. Well, and then there was like an internet, like all the white bros who were reviewing the show, they all kind of jumped on the Alice in Wonderland train. Did you catch that with the reviews of this freaking show?
No.
I don't watch any of these reviews.
That doesn't even seem like it would be germane to anything about Last of Us at all.
So basically they're like, oh, but there's clocks everywhere, like the White Rabbit, saying that he's late. And then in every single episode, there's a White Rabbit. And then, obviously
there's not really subtext with any of it.
No, the preacher is the Cheshire Cat, and Marlene is the Queen of Hearts.
And then what is Joel then? The woodsman, or is he Alice?
I think he's the one smoking.
Oh, he's the Mad Hatter, or
no,
he's a caterpillar.
The caterpillar.
Okay. I don't know. And then you got to assume that Ellie is Alice, but like none of that actually makes any sense. Like I could also be like, oh yeah, it's like Winnie the Pooh, and then you go through and you try to like attribute each character to the person by taking like an online quiz.
I was just gonna say it sounds like BuzzFeed level.
Yeah, well, it wasn't, but it was these guys. It was a feedback loop of all these reviewers all being like, oh yeah, and as you can see, as reviewer so and so mentioned, there's another White Rabbit scene in this, and then and you could see here the clocks, like they were all like really horny for clocks, like the whole season.
Hey, thanks for giving me. Hey, Kim.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me the title of this episode. I appreciate you.
You're so welcome.
So Last of Us sounds good. Jeff, you watching or playing anything?
I mean, I play Final Fantasy 14.
I know that.
That's constant. We played the Final Fantasy 4 remake, not Final Fantasy, I always get in my head, the Resident Evil 4 remake demo.
I enjoyed your streaming.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
It's a thing we enjoy doing together. We played that, and we've been playing the Dead Space remake. So remakes.
Dead Space remake I've heard is quite good.
It is very good. Actually, we tried streaming OG Resident Evil 4, and the control scheme did not work with my brain like I remember it, and I got extremely nauseous and had to stop playing because you're like, this is the greatest game ever, but it's also like 20 years old. So at this point, like it is very antiquated, but the remake demo seems to solve a lot of those like kind of old issues that have arisen over the years of other games doing stuff better. But no, it was very pretty. Dead Space remake is really good, and Final Fantasy 14 continues to have its grips in me.
That's good.
So,
I'm sure I've come to the point where I think Final Fantasy 4 is not a real game. It's just a thing that YouTubers react to. And I say this as someone who has played it. So that's what's really wild.
Well, I mean, that's what I watch. I still go and watch the reaction videos for people because I don't know, it's an interesting thing to have, to be able to watch a person react to something that you felt internally but didn't express externally. Yeah. So it's like very cathartic to kind of experience that through another person. So I'm sure that I have some sort of mental illness that makes it happen, but
I've been playing a game called I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I think it's very, very, very good.
Which part do you like more, about the exocolonist part or about being a teenager again?
Probably the teenager part.
Yeah, I miss.
The exocolonist part kind of comes and goes. It's the teenager part that sticks with you. It's a very good, very fun, sort of like rogue-ish like game. And then also I've been dipping my little toe back into for the first time Slay the Spire, which is incredibly good.
That's like a roguelike, right?
Yeah, it's an incredibly good game. I highly recommend it. It's also kind of card-based, like I was a teenage exocolonist, but both very good. And I've been rewatching Ned's Declassified. That has nothing to do with anybody. This is just a really good show.
Yeah.
It was after your guys' time and mine, but boy, is it good. Yeah. It's on Netflix.
We've been watching, we watch a lot of Bluey in this house. And
yeah, obviously.
And Danielle, we've been rewatching, she's been more consistently, me off and on, rewatching 30 Rock.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Is that worth getting on to?
If you haven't watched 30 Rock, you should watch 30 Rock.
Should watch 30
Rock.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It has like the most jokes per episode of anything ever created, basically. I think they did a thing that every minute there's 4 jokes a minute.
Nice. That's a lot of jokes.
That's a lot of jokes, but they're not like they're telling, it's just like visual gags and other things, so, but every minute is jam-packed. It's jam-packed full of
flavor,
and that flavor is comedy, which is somewhat hairy and kind of greasy, but still good.
That's
and there's some stuff in that show that is so fucking good and will never be surpassed by anything.
Yeah. There are some problematic things in there.
Oh, hella. Oh, yeah.
Hella.
But the thing is, if you're going to have a joke every 15 seconds, it's not going to be...
You can't... They're going for Kirkland's signature as quantity.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for. And that's fine.
Yeah. No, I would recommend... if you have Joe, here's what I'll say. I recommend you watching 30 Rock as long as you don't make it your personality for the next 6 months.
Well, I did watch 2000. I did try to watch 2001: The Space Odyssey. There was no risk of that. So as long as it doesn't...
I don't want another Seinfeld up in here. We don't need another Seinfeld.
I do.
Oh, no.
It's okay. That's already gone. It's out of his... It's out of my
soul. Now it's out
of his solar system.
Well, all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us on our show, Graham. We appreciate you. Jeff, why don't you round us out with one final review.
One last review.
We can bid the folks good night.
The last review from Xbox user VEXD Outcast. Will not let me select confirm to continue to the home screen. And yes, I've waited 24 minutes.
Kim, did you write this and add it to the list? Because this seems like something you would say to us as we're rounding the show out.
I can't leave Minecraft, guys. I'm trying to leave Minecraft.
I've been here for 24 minutes. Well, good golly.
24 minutes.
Oh, my name is JoJo.
I'm Kim Martell.
I'm Jeff.
This has been Listen to Player 2.
Fuck.
Well, Joe, you write it with the 2s, and I have a hard time. This has been Listen to Player 2 and Boob Physics by my real mom and dad.